New details continue to emerge in the investigation into the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump, who is now at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee with his ear still bandaged and with increased security evident around him. The gunman's motive in the Saturday attack on the president remains unclear 4 days after he opened fire at Trump's campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania on last Saturday, July 13, 6 p.m., injuring Trump and 2 others, and killing a rally-goer. The U.S. Secret Service is facing mounting questions about the security flaws that allowed the shooter to fire from a rooftop near the rally. Details about the moments before the shooting are raising more questions. Cell phone video taken Saturday shows rally attendees pointing toward the shooter, later identified as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks, and trying to alert authorities to his presence a full 2 minutes before he opened fire. Even before that, a sniper from a local tactical team deployed to assist the U.S. Secret Service at the rally took a picture of the gunman, saw him looking through a rangefinder, and immediately radioed to the command post, a local law enforcement officer with direct knowledge of the events. Enigmatic portrait emerged of the 20-year-old man who came close to killing former President Donald Trump with a high-velocity bullet. He was an intelligent loner with few friends, an apparently thin social media footprint, and no hints of strong political beliefs that would suggest a motive for an attempted assassination. Even after the FBI cracked into Thomas Matthew Crooks' cell phone, scoured his computer, home, and car, and interviewed more than 100 people, the mystery of why he opened fire on Trump's rally Saturday, wounding the GOP nominee, remained as elusive as the moment it happened. He sat by himself, didn't talk to anyone, didn't even try to make conversation, said 17-year-old Liam Campbell, echoing the comments of classmates who remembered the shooter in this quiet community outside of Pittsburgh. He was an odd kid, but nothing about him seemed dangerous, he added. Just a normal person who seemed like he didn't like talking to people. So far, there has been no public disclosure the shooter left any writings, suicide note, social media screed, or any other indicator explaining his reasons for targeting Trump. A law enforcement official briefed on the ongoing investigation told the Associated Press on condition of anonymity that Crooks' phone had not immediately yielded any meaningful clues related to motive, or whether he acted alone or with others. Crooks' political leanings were also hazy. Crooks was registered as a Republican in Pennsylvania, but federal campaign finance reports also show he gave $15 to a Progressive Political Action Committee on January 20, 2021, the day Democratic President Joe Biden was sworn into office. Crooks, with a slight build and wire-rimmed glasses, went by Tom. He was described by classmates at Bethel Park High School as smart but standoffish, often seen wearing headphones and preferring to sit alone at lunch looking at his phone. Some said he was often mocked by other students for the clothes he wore, which included hunting outfits, and for continuing to wear a mask after the COVID pandemic was over. He was bullied almost every day, said classmate Jason Kohler. He was just an outcast. After graduating from high school in 2022, Crooks went on to the Community College of Allegheny County, earning an associate's degree with honors in engineering science in May. He also worked at a nursing home as a dietary aide. As a freshman, Crooks had tried out for his high school rifle team but was rejected for poor marksmanship, the AP previously reported. Through his family, he was a member of the Clarendon Sportsman's Club, a shooting range about 11 miles, 17 kilometers, east of Bethel Park. We know very little about him, club president Bill Celito told the AP. That was a terrible thing that happened Saturday. That's not what we're about by any means. The club has an outdoor range for high-powered rifles with targets set at distances of up to 170 meters, 187 yards. Crooks was well within that range when he opened fire on Trump Saturday from about 135 meters, 147 yards, from where Trump was speaking, unleashing 2 quick volleys of rounds at the former president with an AR-15 style rifle. His father, Matthew Crooks, bought the gun in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania, in 2013 from Gander Mountain, a retail outdoors chain. The day before the shooting, Thomas Crooks went to the Sportsman's Club and practiced on the rifle range, according to a federal intelligence briefing obtained by the AP. On the day of the attack, he purchased 50 rounds of 5.56mm ammo for his rifle from a local gun shop and drove alone to Butler, Pennsylvania, the site of the Trump rally. He parked at a gas station lot about a third of a mile from the event. He wore a gray t-shirt with the logo of a popular YouTube channel dedicated to firearms, camo shorts, and a black belt. Witnesses and law enforcement officials say Crooks walked around for at least a half hour before climbing onto the roof of a building adjacent to the Butler Farm Show grounds, where Trump was speaking. As spectators screamed for police to respond, Crooks opened fire, letting loose 2 quick bursts. A Secret Service counter-sniper fired back within about 15 seconds, killing Crooks with a shot to the head. The gunman is identified as an apparent lone attacker. The FBI is investigating whether he was a politically motivated homegrown domestic violent extremist. The tree, located between the gunman and the sniper team closest to him, may have impaired the team's line of sight as the gunman climbed onto the roof from which he fired and as he opened fire. That sniper team on a roof over Trump's right shoulder did not fire the shot that killed the gunman. Another sniper team whose view was not obstructed by the tree, analysis shows killed the shooter. That team was located on the other side of the former president and was initially directed in another way, so the snipers had to reorient themselves before taking down the gunman.